Now at 6, Joplin police find policy violations involving license plate cameras. Plus, area educators attended training session in Carl Junction to help identify potentially violent behavior. And a community garage in Joplin gets ready to open classes from their new building.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Questions rise over police surveillance in Joplin after an officer is fired for misusing crime-fighting cameras. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. Privacy advocates say their investigation revealed Joplin's flock system wasn't being used as promised. KOAM's Kenny Foreman explains why the cameras are generating so much controversy.
In 2024, the Joplin Police Department installed flock cameras to aid them in vehicle-related investigations. After becoming aware of this just last September and researching more on flock, Michael Williams, an organizer with the group D-Flock Joplin, wasn't quite convinced the cameras were protecting privacy.
From what I know, the police can access the raw data on the cameras. That's my understanding, at least, and that would include more than just the license plate data. Like as far as I understand, they can view raw footage right off the camera at any time.
When the group gained access to monthly audit data through public requests, they found some plates appeared far more than others.
The second plate wasn't searched all the time, but it was always searched with the first plate. So we feel like there was some sort of connection between the two. We don't know if it was one person with 2 cars or 2 different people. But that's another concerning detail that has not been addressed by the city.
Joplin Police Chief Richard Pearson says one of the audit requests led to the discovery of misuse of the system, and the officer in question is no longer employed by JPD. Though he couldn't specify what the officer did, it prompted the department to reconfigure usage guidelines.
We tightened that policy up to specify how they are supposed to go about using the flock cameras. And then we also put into place an audit system so that every month going forward, we audit our officers' use of the flock camera system.
Pearson maintains the officers will continue to follow those guidelines and that he can't speak on behalf of the capabilities flock itself has.
We program into the flock system certain vehicle identifiers and license plates. That's how we use the system. Any other capabilities of flock, I haven't been made aware of those. The capabilities that flock has that I've been made aware of, and I think the only capabilities that they have.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Chief Pearson says he's encouraging any concerned citizens to stop by the police station where he can address concerns about privacy and explain how the flock camera system is used. It's been a mild day. Let's check in with meteorologist Austin Stance.
Yeah, what a way to start our Monday. 60 degrees out there across the region. Gorgeous start to the week for us. Average temperature 44 degrees. That record set back in 2000 at 70, 16 degrees above average. Check it out. Still got some nice colors from that sunset. That was around 5:22 this evening. Currently sitting at 6:03, 50 degrees. Temperatures on their way down tonight. Winds out of the south-southwest about 9-10 miles per hour. Still anywhere from about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than we were at this point yesterday. Heading into this evening, we'll see temperatures hanging around in the 50s here just for about another hour or two. Then we'll be into the 40s. Heading into the low 40s and then the upper 30s into the overnight hours. Expected to remain clear tonight. Temperatures climbing on Tuesday. Some midweek showers that I'm tracking and timing out for you, and winter temperatures returning in the forecast. All that is coming up.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. A bomb threat that caused a lockdown in Missouri Southern State University today was apparently a hoax. Around 10:45 this morning, MSSU sent an alert to students and staff about a, quote, credible bomb threat at the Spiville Library. Students and employees were told to evacuate the library and go to the Young Gym immediately. All others on campus were asked to shelter in place. Law enforcement searched the library with explosive detection canines. Authorities found no evidence of a bomb and gave the all clear within about an hour. The university says the reported threat appears to be similar to messages received by other universities earlier today. Making a bomb threat, even a hoax, can be a federal crime. Teachers and staff from Southwest Missouri schools attended a behavioral threat assessment training at Carl Junction schools today. The training teaches educators to identify behavioral patterns and speech that could signal potential violence. Instructors emphasized the importance of monitoring these behaviors, particularly on social media platforms.
A lot of it is a good review of what we already know, but this is taking a more team approach to it and bringing in experts from outside our school and to support us in the process of maintaining a safe school environment.
Recent trends are showing that online groups are trying to recruit young people to commit acts of violence. Authorities responded to a pair of crashes this morning on Missouri 96. The first happened when a car lost control and spun into the rock wall. The driver was taken to the hospital. We do not know the extent of the injuries. Authorities say the tread on the front tires were almost worn off, which might have contributed to that crash. The other crash happened within sight of the first. Crews responded to a two-car crash on the Missouri 96 overpass at Missouri 171. While this is still a developing story, KOAM Shannon Becker reports a car and pickup were involved. The same agencies responded to both crashes. Higher Power Garage in Joplin is moving their classes to their new empowerment campus. Mike Gideon, the president of Higher Power Garage, hosted several classes to teach basic auto maintenance, picking the right insurance, and budgeting. These are free classes which allow for more members of the community to join.
We were sharing a building with another organization and we completely outgrew that building in just a few months. So these classes are gaining steam, they're growing, and so we had the opportunity to purchase this building and it just all came together. We're really excited to see what the future holds here. We're adding classes as we speak.
They're going to soon have a free class to teach those wanting to become car technicians, a way for them to help empower the community. Farmers in southeast Kansas will soon have a showcase for their goods. Coming up, the return of the Pittsburgh Farmers Market. But up first, the search for a missing Oklahoma boy comes to a close. We'll have the latest. 12-year-old Ryan Davis was last seen in south central Oklahoma on January 2nd. Community members came together to search for that missing boy. As Hayden Alexander reports, those efforts have paid off.
After more than a week of searching for 12-year-old Ryan R.J. Davis, those who helped search now breathing a sigh of relief.
We consider the outcome that we were all hoping for has come true. R.J. Davis was found safe. He's doing well.
OSBI says Davis was found in Caddo County near Cement by the United Cajun Navy.
To say we're excited is an understatement. I mean, we've been on plenty of these. It's been the other way. So when you get to bring one home, it's it's pretty rewarding. It's quite the high.
The United Cajun Navy says they found RJ alone indoors at an unspecified location, and though he's still being seen by medical staff, OSBI says he's in good condition.
He gave us a hug. We told him that he was safe and nobody was going to harm him anymore.
Yeah.
And he gave us a big hug and he was ready to go eat some pizza.
Yeah.
So his spirits were up.
Yes, ma'am.
The investigation into RJ's parents continues. Police arrested his mother, Kimberly Cole, and his stepfather, George Cole, on January 8th on multiple child abuse complaints and remain in the Caddo County Jail.
At this point, he will not go back to that property. He will not go back to those parents.
Local media also receiving some praise during the press conference.
I asked for the media's help, and we got it. How I know that to be true is where I met and spoke with RJ. When I was hugging him, he said, "Hey, I saw you on the news. So what you did worked. Thank you."
During a press conference, the OSBI said Ryan's currently in state custody and they're working with the Department of Human Services to place him in a safe environment. A little bit later, the Cassville community tries to raise a pocket park from the ashes of a burned theater.
Well, above average temperatures return tomorrow, but some rain and cooler temperatures not far behind. Details coming in. Well, a gorgeous start to the work week. We saw temperatures around 60 degrees today and Tuesday Also, just going to be an absolutely gorgeous day. So I don't want to encourage any bad behavior, but if you're going to play hooky, Tuesday's not a bad day to do it. I didn't say anything. All right, taking a look off to the northwest here, we do have a boundary here that's going to begin to move in. It's just an upper level disturbance, not very strong, but could bring some light rain. Behind that, we're going to see a surface front develop, and that's going to push east and bring some cooler temperatures with it, but not until Wednesday. So we have Tuesday to look forward to. Overnight tonight, we're going to see temperatures fall into the mid to upper 30s as we head into the overnight hours. See this evening, the moon in its waning crescent phase. The moon itself about 31% visible tonight. Temperature is going to be around 36. Clear skies out there tonight. Next full moon not until February 1st, so a little bit of time there. 66 degrees. Record for tomorrow is 70, so we're getting close to it there. We'll see the winds out of the southwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Let's take a look heading into the afternoon. Notice we have some cloud cover beginning to move into our northern regions in the later afternoon hours. That'll begin to push in throughout the evening, becoming mostly cloudy during the late evening hours, but temperatures near the mid to upper 60s there. Here's that first band of showers as the boundary tries to pass. You'll notice winds here trying to shift direction, but they're not going to really shift completely until we see that cold front pass. So here we are, 10 o'clock Tuesday, just a few light showers and not expecting much of accumulation there. Then here's our second band of showers. This one may be just a touch heavier, but that could go from a drizzle to a shower. But notice temperature is still very mild by 4 a.m. there. Here comes our cold front now. Winds completely out of the north. That cloud cover begins to push through. Then we are expecting clear conditions heading into Wednesday. But notice temperatures by 4 o'clock, only in the near mid 40s there. So we only warm up maybe 3-4 degrees heading from the overnight hours Tuesday into Wednesday. So it's going to be much cooler on Wednesday. Taking a look at our rain tracker, what we can expect as far as how much rainfall across the region, hundredths of an inch really. There may be 1 or 2 areas that see up to 1/10 of an inch, but not much rainfall to be found. That's unfortunate because we are seeing some areas that really could use it across the region, especially our southern portions of the region, seeing severe drought conditions. Taking a look at winds over the next several days here, they're going to start whipping around headed into Wednesday. A little bit calmer Tuesday here for us. Things calm down Tuesday afternoon with gusts maybe around 5-10 miles per hour, but then gusting upwards 25, 30, 35 miles per hour Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. Cold front pushes through, and it calms down heading into our Thursday. We are watching the potential heading into the weekend for an opportunity maybe to see a flurry or two. Let's get a look at that 7-day forecast here. So beyond Thursday and Friday, we're in the 40s there, and then a chance of our system moving in Saturday and Sunday, much cooler. Check out those overnight temperatures, 10 degrees heading from Saturday into Sunday. But then we're warming back up again, so that roller coaster ride continues now.
Yeah, that roller coasters have more ups than downs lately, but of course the downs will be coming.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Thanks. A group in Cassville has plans to fill the space left after a fire destroyed a 100-year-old theater. The fire happened in 2022. The theater was privately owned, but after 2 years of the rundown building just sitting there, well, the city was ordered to clean it up. Spent more than $100,000 on the effort, and by 2025, city leaders decided to buy the building for themselves to see if they could get a return on investment and do a civic good. Well, that's where the idea of a pocket park comes in. The city has estimated a preliminary cost of $250,000, but it could cost up to $600,000 for the whole project. It would include seating, green space, small event space, Cassville-themed murals, and a movie screening area to keep the spirit of the theater alive. We'll keep you posted. Still ahead, Kansas sports history was made Friday in Chanute. Ben McLeish has the story of an unprecedented 7-woman officiating crew. That's coming up in sports.
In high school sports, the players usually steal the show and spotlight, but on Friday night in Chanute, history belonged to the crew in stripes. KOAM sports reporter Ben McLeish has the story from Friday's all-female officiating team.
It felt like any other night inside Chanute High School. the squeak of shoes on hardwood, an anxious crowd waiting for tip-off, the buzzer cutting through the gym. But just off the court, things weren't quite so routine. For the first time in Kansas history, a full slate of games was officiated entirely by women.
I didn't know that I was going to be making history tonight. I was just coming down with 2 other female referees to ref a varsity game, and then found out that everyone else here was also a female.
The fact that there are 7 females working all levels is the first time that that's happened. Pretty awesome to be part of it.
For many, refereeing is a way to stay part of the game.
Just being able to participate and still be part of the game, that's been huge. And then also the friends that I've made with other officials, you know, it's been an awesome fraternity to belong to.
For others, it's a way to open doors for younger athletes.
I've enjoyed being a participant in the sport, and so just being on the other side of the ball has given me a different perspective. Just being able to give back and be able to be a good role model for younger athletes, and then females to be able to get into a position like refereeing.
With each possession, each call, they kept the games moving. Whistles blew, clocks ran, and the crowd watched. 7 officials, 1 gym, a first for Kansas high school basketball. Ben McLeish.
Great story by Ben there, and a great night in Chanute. Pittsburgh was able to get the sweep that night, but I think it was more important to showcase kind of the history behind it as well as the games as well.
Certainly an important story, and you hope someday it doesn't become remarkable, that it's more commonplace. I'm sure that it will be.
Hopefully it gets more recruiting for females into officiating.
Absolutely. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Pittsburgh families face transportation uncertainty. The district outlines its strategy to move forward despite a bus driver shortage. Plus, doctors say your kids are at risk after the CDC pulls back on 6 childhood vaccines. And the president wants to cap credit card rates at 10%. What that could mean for your wallet. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Pittsburgh has opened its vendor applications for the 2026 Farmers Market. It's a chance for vendors to showcase fresh produce, homemade goods, and food items at the Market Pavilion on East 11th Street off Broadway. Farmers Market Manager Keller Irwin says the market has seen an increase in attendance and is always looking for more vendors.
I think we've got a great community here, both management and vendors and patrons. Everybody is so supportive and kind. Like I said, people love to come out here and have conversations, so it's just a great environment to be a part of Saturday mornings.
Applications can be found on the Pittsburgh Farmers Market Facebook page and on the city's website. It's pretty good days to get outside lately. That will not continue indefinitely, though.
That's right. So we have another gorgeous day set for Tuesday, but a cold front pushes into the middle part of the week. Some showers arrive, and then we're looking at some cooler temperatures Thursday, Friday, but things really get cold heading into the weekend. Overnight temperatures could be looking at some dangerously cold temperatures there. And so I know, Ryan, you said Pitt State and MSSU is out of town, so maybe there'll be some warmer areas.
Maybe they will be, but for sure they are out of town this weekend, sadly for us. But tonight, it is the final playoff matchup of the wild card round.
Oh, yeah.
Steelers taking on the Texans.
Yeah, we'll find out who wins that and who's playing next week. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.